Okay, guys, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I heard that many people has doubts. So we'll do the doubt class only. And then if doubt class is over, we'll start our final. And after this, I will send you the test. After this, I will send you the test. Okay? So everyone, please tell me your doubt. Unmute your mic and
So,
tell. Yes.
so I have a doubt in the elimination and the substitution method.
Chapter number 5?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. So there is no problem. See, listen. For example, if this is written like x plus is equals to 5, and the second question is 2x minus 3y is equals to 10. So if you want to do with the elimination method, so with the elimination method, first of all, you have to choose any variable. So for example, you are choosing a variable of x. So if you're choosing a variable of x, so you have to make the coefficient same. For example, the second equation coefficient is 2. The first equation coefficient is 1. So you have to make the equation same. So for that, you have to multiply this whole equation by 2. So that the 2 will be the coefficient of x. So this 2, when you multiply, this will multiply with all the numbers inside that equation. It becomes 2x plus 2y is equals to 10, not 5. Okay, because 2 is multiplied, no, that's why. In the same way, the equation below will be remain same like this. Did you understand? Yes or no? Now,
Yes, sir.
if they have same sign, like you chose the x variable, if they have same sign, then you have to subtract it. And if they have different sign, then you have to add. So they have same sign, no? They have to subtract it. For subtraction, you have to write it minus here, such that the sign of the second equation will change. Like this is plus 2x, it become minus 2x, it is minus 3x, 3y, it will become plus 3y, and the plus 10 become minus 10. Did you understand? Yes?
Can you explain it again?
See, the when you subtract it, the minus sign will come and the plus will become minus and the minus will become plus like this. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. When the same sign like 2x and 2x, they both are plus, so they become minus minus like this. Okay. So this and this will become 0. Plus will become plus 5y is equals to 0. Why 0? Because 10 minus 10 is 0. Okay. So it will become y is equals to 0 upon 5, which is y is equals to 0. Now after this, what you have to do? After this, you have to put the value here. It becomes 2x minus 3 into 0 is equals to 10. 2x is equals to 10. X is equals to 5. It is the answer.
Okay. But
Okay. This,
if I chose it as y, I should multiply 3 with everything.
yeah.
It
So
will,
for example, if you choose this y, so for example, if it is like this, uh, x plus y is equals to 5 and 2x minus 3y is equals to 10. And if you choose this y, so I have to make the first y coefficient same. So it is 3 and it is 3. So what I have to do? It is 1. I have to multiply this whole equation by 3. So it becomes 3x plus 3y is equals to 15. The denominator is 2x minus 3y is equals to 10. I make the denominator same. Sorry, not denominator, coefficient same. Like the y coefficient is 3. Here y coefficient is 3, here y coefficient is 1. So I multiply the whole equation by 3. Now they have same different sign. So we have to simply add it. So we don't have to change any sign. So it becomes 3x plus 2x will become 5x plus 3y minus 3y becomes 0 and 15 plus 10 is become 25. X I'm getting as 5, and when I will put the value of X into it, then I will get Y as 0. Same like this.
Okay.
Did you understand? This is called the elimination method. Yes or no? Any problem in that?
Understood.
Understood?
Yeah. So can you go back?
Then take screenshot. And now for the work of substitution method, so it's going to be like this. Like we know that x plus y is equals to 5, 2x minus 3y is equals to 10. So can I write x is equals to 5 minus y? Now I will put the value of x into this. So it becomes 2 into 5 minus y minus 3y is equals to 10. So this will multiply with this and this will become 10 minus 2y minus 3y is equals to 10. 10 minus 5y is equals to 10. So minus 5y is equals to 10 minus 10 minus 5y is equals to 0. So y is equals to 0.5. Basically, what I'm doing that I'm putting the value of, like I'm substituting the value of first equation of x into the second equation. Like that we are doing. Okay. Now when I get the value of y is 0, so I will put here. So I will get x equals to 5 minus 0, x equals to 5. Simple as that. Understood? Yeah. Yeah, just one. Next year now, please.
So the terminal exercise is homework you gave question number 2.
Uh, the size 6.3. Question number 2. You're saying this one? Check your progress. The terminal exercise, sorry. Terminal exercise. Question number 3.
Terminal exercises question, yes, question number
Question number 2, part 3 or question number 3?
2 part 3, sir. You gave question number 2.
X square plus 3x minus 18. This one? You're not able to factorize it? X square plus
I did it,
3x.
so then I answered.
Your network is not good today. Okay, this is the question. So we have to do multiple splitting. We have to multiply the first and the last term. It becomes minus 18x squared. So now what are the factors you can find either?
Um,
What are the factors that you can find?
6, 12. 6 and 3.
6 and 3. There is no minus sign?
6 will be
Minus
9, 3 will be
Yeah, minus 6 and plus 3. Why? Because minus 6 and plus 3 will become minus 18. And minus 6 plus 3 will become, no, it won't be that. Yes, it will be more. Because I need plus 1, no? So if I will solve it, plus 6x minus 3x becomes plus 3x. Understood?
okay.
Yes or no? So I have to write this factors like this: x squared minus 6x plus 6x minus 3x 18. Now x will become common, so plus 6 minus 3 will become common, so that's plus 6 x minus 3 and x. So now I have to put this equation equal to 0, so x minus 3 is equal to 0. So I got x is equal to 4 and x plus 6 equals to 0, so x I got x minus 6. The answer.
So how is x equal to 4? X should be equal to 3, no?
Yeah, it's sitting at 3 only.
Yeah,
Yes,
sir,
yes,
but
sir.
when I checked the answer, I did this right, but when I checked the answer, it said it was wrong.
Uh, the back answer, no? So sometimes it's getting misinterpreted. So that's why that may be the okay. Yeah. Any other doubt you guys have?
Part two also, sir, can you please solve that?
You will get the part two, like 3y square minus 7y. So 3y square minus 7y. So what I will take out common as y, remaining behind 3y minus 7. So I got one factor as y is equals to 0. Okay, and the second factor is 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. Y is equal to 7 by 3. The answer. Because I get two factors. No? When I take out common, so y becomes one factor and 0 minus 7 becomes one factor. So I put it this equal to 0, it becomes 0. And I put this one equal to 0, so I get 7 by 3. Got it? Got it, this one? Which part, beta? Part 4 also? Okay. So I will erase this. Uh, 2x square minus x minus x. 2x square minus x is 0. The same we have to multiply the first and last term with the minus square x square. Okay, so now Simeon will tell me the factors for that. Simeon, tell me the factor, please.
Sir,
Yeah,
that's not the question. It says 6x plus x minus
6x square minus 19x plus 15. This one you said? Which question?
6x square minus x. Uh, this is question number 2, part 4.
Oh, right. Uh, 6x square zero. By the first and last term. This one. This. Now, when you get the big number, so here's the trick. What I used to do, I take a prime factorization of that number. For example, if I will do like this, now what I do, I try to make two factors of here. Like 3 is a 9, so one factor can be 9, and another factor can be 10. I got the factors. Okay, so I want plus x, so it becomes plus 10x minus 9x. Okay, so I got the factor 6x squared plus 10x, 9x, 3. Now here the common is 2x, so it becomes 3x plus 5 minus 3, it becomes 3x plus 5. So I got the two factors, 2x minus 3, 3x plus 5. Is the answer. Okay. Next doubt. Any other doubt, guys? Simeon, do you have doubt? You also said something. You said that I didn't get this question because I didn't understand that.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Please.
It's in the terminal exercise of the last chapter. It's the last question. Like question number 10 in the terminal exercise.
Of this chapter.
No, in linear equations, chapter 5.
The perimeter wala.
Yeah.
Okay. With the perimeter of rectangular length is given as 32, the length is increased by 2 meters and the breadth is decreased by 1 meter, then find the area of plot of the Hmm. Okay. So um, okay. Okay, listen. So it is given that perimeter of rectangular plot is 32 meters. Okay, if length is increased by okay, so we know that what is the perimeter of rectangular. So I'll taking let the length be L and breadth be bar. So we know that 2 into L plus B is equals to 32. Why? Because perimeter of rectangular field is 2 into L plus B. Did you understand, guys? Now L plus B is equals to 32 divided by 2. So I got one equation, L plus B is equals to 2. Sorry, 16. Did you understand, Ira? Yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone, did you understand? Now, the second equation, what is trying to say, if length is increased by 2 meters, so now for example, new length is become, so L dash I am saying, if length is increased by 2 meters and breadth is decreased by 1 meter, so increased by length and breadth is decreased by 1 meter, the area of the plot remains same. So it means that what is the area? Area of rectangular plot is length into breadth. Okay. Now, because the things are changed, but the previous, like for example, the previous area was length into breadth. After changing this, the area of rectangular plot remains same. It means that like the new area is equals to the previous area. It is given. What is written? After changing it, like length increased by 2, breadth decreased by 1. So the length and breadth changes, no? After changing this also, the area remains same. So it means that the new L dash and B dash are the new length and new breadth. So length into breadth is the formula for the rectangular plot. So the new length L dash into B dash new length is equals to the previous uh, area also, length into breadth. Did you understand? No.
Yes.
Okay. So now I will put the values. So it becomes 2 plus L into B minus 1 is equals to length into breadth. If I will solve it, yes. Who's saying? Somebody saying something?
Who?
Somebody say something. Okay, plus LB minus P is equals to length into breadth. Okay, so I will send this plus LB to that side. So 2B minus B. Why P? 2B minus 2 plus LB minus L is equals to, no, LB went to that side. So minus L is equals to LB minus LB. This and this will become 0. So new equation I got 2B minus 2 minus L is equals to 0. Now this is the second equation. This is the first equation. You have to substitute value or you have to eliminate it. You can do it by yourself. Did you understand?
Yes.
And for your kind information, this is good question for today test also. Yes, Tim.
I just looked at my doubt. I have doubt in question 4 of terminal exercises.
Which chapter, beta?
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5, question number 4. Chapter 5, sorry. Okay. Shall I raise this? Okay, so whenever this ratio type of question will come, now remember one thing, you have to do it in this way. So, for example, it is given that Reena and Nina are in the ratio of 4 is to 5. Okay, so it means that let the age be in X. Okay, so like it is given that Reena age upon, because ratio are in the form of upon form. Okay, Nina's age is in the form of 4 is to 5. Okay, so basically, because I don't know the real age, so I will take the real age be X. So now the ratio will become like this: Reena's age, or we can say real Reena's age and real Mina's age is basically 4x upon 5x. Why I wrote it like this? Because I don't know the real age. So real age become 4x. Like for example, if x value come as 4. So 4 4 is 60. 60 is the real age. Okay? Because they are in the form of ratio, they are in the form of simplified. That's why they are written in the form of 4 is to 5. But the real age I don't know. That's why I take it 4x is the real age of Reena and 5x is the real age of Nina. Did you understand? Yes. Now
Yes.
after 5 years. So after 5 years, now real Reina age was 4x. So it will become 4x plus 5 will become 5 years after of real Reena age. And it will Nina's real age will become 5x plus 5. And it is given that they are, after 8 years, now their ratio become 5:6. So it means that their ages was like this, and now after 5 years, it will become in the ratio of 5:6. Now this is the equation, you have to solve it and you have to find it out the value of x. Did you understand, Simeon? Edric,
Yes.
did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else?
Sir, it's not supposed to be after 8 years.
Oh, sorry. I skipped. So, out? No? No doubt? Okay. So if you guys doesn't have any doubt, I will put the question paper in the group. Okay. And then we'll start the test paper. But now you guys have 3 minutes. We'll start our science class. So just now, can you call Jahuan early? Okay, so call Jahuan early. We'll start our science class in 3 minutes. Simeon, till then, bye. We'll meet on.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, guys, come back. Come back, come back, come back. Okay. So now today we will learn about breathing. Now, I told you there are two types of breathings are there. First is normal breathing, in which we inhale and exhale. And what is inhale and exhale? We inhale oxygen when we exhale carbon dioxide. And the second is called as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the respiration which occurs in the cell, in the cytoplasm. So, for example, this is a cell, and in the cytoplasm, there is a cell organelle is called as mitochondria, which is also called as powerhouse of the cell. What is called powerhouse of the cell? So this powerhouse of the cell, basically, it's called as mitochondria, which makes energy, also. Okay, so this is responsible for the cellular respiration, in which the glucose, the food which we ate, in the presence of oxygen, breaks down and it releases energy. Did you understand? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. So now, what do the difference between breathing and respiration? So I told you, breathing is the part of a respiration. It's like, for example, if breathing is not there, the oxygen will not reach to the cells. If oxygen does not reach the energy, the glucose will not break and the energy will not form. So everything is essential. So breathing is a physical process of respiratory gases exchange between the organism and the environment of by diffusion. So we take breathing, we take oxygen in, and the lungs, it will go into the lungs with alveoli. Alveoli is a part of our lungs, okay, in which the gas will go, and then the blood vessels. Which blood vessels? Pulmonary artery, which is coming from heart. There is a diffusion of that gases. That carbon dioxide will go and it will come outside through our nose, and the oxygen will diffuse into the hemoglobin, and the hemoglobin will carry the oxygen to the different cells of the body. Did you understand? Okay, we'll do it more clearly now. Okay, so this is our breathing process is there. See, the air will go through the nasal cavity and into the pharynx, larynx, and bronchi and bronchioles, and here to the alveoli. So basically, this is our air pipe. Now you can see that this is called as epiglottis. So epiglottis is a um, flap-like thing. So for example, when you are taking breathing, you can't swallow it, or if you are swallowing it, you can't breathe it. Try once. When you are swallowing it, you for that instant you will not breathe it. Okay. Or if you are breathing it, and then you can't swallow it. So when I am swallowing it, my breathing is stopped for a while. So why it is so? It's called as epiglottis, who works as a flap-like substance. Okay. So basically, what will happen? Like when I'm eating this, there is two sections are there: food pipe and the wind pipe. So when I'm doing this thing, so epiglottis will go to that side, and the food will enter into the food pipe. Otherwise, it will go to the lungs also. So to cover from that, our like when I'm swallowing it, the epiglottis will uncover the food pipe and cover the wind pipe, so that the food will directly go to the stomach. Understood? And when I'm not swallowing it again, it's again come back like this, and the food, the like I'm able to breathe from mouth also, na? So that now the wind pipe is open and the air will go to the wind pipe. You understand? Yes or no? Jahwal? Yeah. Can you read this? Anybody? Okay. I'll read this.
External nares or nostrils, nasal cavities inside the nose, internal nostrils opening into the pharynx, pharynx that
Pharynx.
pharynx that leads into the windpipe, or trachea. Trachea divides into two bronchi and bronchus, which lead into the two lungs.
So you can see that here the this is called as bronchi. Like if two is there, then it calls bronchus. So the bronchus is basically giving diversion of the wind into the two direction, left direction as well as the right direction. Understood? So now read this.
Uh, the opening of the pharynx in the
Pharynx,
pharynx
trachea.
in the trachea is called glottis. Trachea is thin-walled, but its walls do not collapse even when there is not enough air in it, as it is supported by rings of cartilage.
Though underline this because they can ask you in fill in the blanks that why there is no trachea wall get collapsed. The trachea wall does not get collapsed even there is not enough air is because it is represented by it is supported by the rings of cartilage. The rings of cartilage is like if you can touch it, you can find it out that there is some rings are there in your. You didn't swallow the ring. It's not a gold ring, okay, but there is a ring of bones. So that helps trachea to not collapse when you are exhaling the air or when you are inhaling the air. Understood? Yeah. Read this.
Lungs enclose within them branches of bronchi called bronchioles, which branch further
Bronchioles.
bronchioles, which branch further and end in very thin-walled sac-like structures called air sacs or alveoli.
Alveoli is a balloon-like structure. Okay, when you are inhaling, so the balloon will swallow up, having a many cases. And from the alveoli is basically last destination of the air, and like it's gonna be like this. I will make a diagram for you. For example, this is balloon-like structure, alveoli. Okay, and there is a blood vessel which is flowing with the alveoli. So what will happen here? That the oxygen which is it's basically work on the process called as diffusion. Now, what is diffusion? Diffusion is the movement of air from high concentration to the low concentration. So we can understand it like this. If I will spray in my room, so will that odor will be remain in this room? No, it will go to the every room of the house. Why? Because of diffusion. The concentration of air is was more, but now when I like it will move from high concentration to the low concentration. Did you understand? It's called as diffusion. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say that diffusion, okay, makes the movement of air from high concentration to the low concentration. So here, when you inhale, there is a lot of amount of oxygen are there in the alveoli, and the pulmonary artery which bringing up bad blood means deoxygenated blood has lost less oxygen. So what will happen? Air is more, so the oxygen will move from high concentration to the low concentration like this. And in the alveoli, carbon dioxide is less. In the blood, carbon dioxide is more. So the carbon dioxide will also exchange in the same way from high concentration to the low concentration, leaving carbon dioxide outside of the body, and the oxygen will go and dissolve in the blood. Did you understand? सब सही है.
Like
Understood?
so,
Hmm.
but the blood, I mean, like it won't be possible for the blood to go into the alveoli.
No, like the blood is going, like the walls of the alveoli and the blood vessels are very near to each other, like that.
Okay.
Okay, so the blood is not in the alveoli, but the walls are sharing each other, so that the exchange of gases should be there.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so can anybody read this? So I will ask Edric to read this. Edric, please read this.
Lungs are located in the chest cavity or the thoracic cavity. Below the chest cavity is the abdominal cavity. These two cavities are separated from each other by a dome-shaped, upwardly arched muscular sheet called diaphragm. See figure 22.11. The movement of diaphragm helps in breathing. Breathing, also called ventilation, involves two processes.
So you can see that there is a muscular organ, diaphragm are there, which regulated our breathing process. So for example, if I am breathing, so that the maximum air can come out, so it becomes dome shape. So when I'm breathing in, so it will become dome shape. So the lungs can expand. You can see here, there is a lungs. So the maximum air can come in. This lungs should be expand. When you are breathing in, it become a dome shape. And when you're exhaling it becomes flattened so that the maximum air can go out. So basically, this is how diaphragm will work, and you should know this thing. Right now, you're breathing normally, but when you will think and breathe now, so for some instant you will breathe, and then your body will go to the voluntary breathing. For example, right now you're taking normal breath. Now think and breathe. Means you are taking in and out. Think it. Now, now your body comes to voluntary, and when it become normal, then it again become involuntary. Means you are doing that breathing process automatically. Okay, so this is how our body works. So when you are taking breathe in, breathe out, so for an instant it becomes voluntary, but when it becomes all normal, it becomes again involuntary. Did you understand, guys? Yes or no?
Uh,
Okay. So now inhalation. Please read address.
Inhalation, drawing the air inwards. Figure 22.12a is the result of increase in the volume of the thoracic cavity. This increase is caused by the changes that take place in the position of diaphragm and ribs. Diaphragm straightens out due to contraction of its muscles. Ribs are raised upward and outward, and the volume of chest cavity enlarges by contraction of rib muscles. As volume of chest increases, pressure of air in it decreases. Atmospheric
Yeah.
air reaches in and reaches the alveoli. It brings in oxygen which diffuses in the capillaries from the alveoli.
So here is the process of inhalation. They can ask you what happens in the inhalation. You have to write all these things as a point. In 3 mark question, they can ask you, and you have to write all this thing in a point. So please mark it. Important. Now exhalation, please.
Who?
Yeah, you.
Exhalation. Figure 22.12b is the result of decrease in the volume of the thoracic cavity. This decrease in the
Hmm.
volume is caused when diaphragm relaxes and resumes its dome shape, arching upwards. Ribs are lowered downwards and inwards. Thoracic cavity is compressed and pressure inside the lungs is increased. The alveolar carbon dioxide diffuses out and is pushed out to the trachea and nose. This breathing out of carbon dioxide laden air is called exhalation. Take long breaths, you can feel your chest go up and down.
Yeah, this is how inhalation and exhalation occur. In exhalation, diaphragm becomes more dome shaped so that the maximum air can go out. And in inhalation, it becomes straighten up so that the maximum air can come inside. Now, what is breathing rate? Breathing rate is basically normally when you're breathing. So basically 16 to 18 times per minute if you are doing normal tasking. But if you are taking running and this thing, so it increases the breathing rate. Understood? Now here you can see there is an exchange of gases. So can you read this, Ira?
Inhalation fills in the alveoli of lungs with oxygenated air. This oxygen has to reach the various tissues of the body. Thus, as the first step, blood capillaries on alveoli pick up oxygen from alveoli and carbon dioxide brought by the capillaries from the tissue in exchange for oxygen. Oxygen diffuses into the alveoli. In tissues, oxygen gets used up and carbon dioxide is accumulated, which is now exchanged from oxygen in blood. The carbon dioxide picked up by blood from tissues is carried to the heart by veins.
Yeah, so you can see here that the veins and the heart got like it got mixed up. Why? Because so that the oxygen can go inside the body. Did you understand? Yes or no? Now, yeah, yes, Sarah.
And nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So, yeah, read this, Sarah, Ira.
Cellular respiration. Once inside the tissues, oxygen acts upon the digested food, glucose, which has reached the cells of the tissue. As a result, energy and carbon dioxide are released. This occurs in the mitochondria.
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 Mitochondria. Chondria, not chondria.
Mitochondria of the cell.
Hmm.
It's called cellular respiration.
Okay, so I'll make you one graph. Then you guys also make that graph. It's a very important graph. Okay, so basically, how this happens in that thing. See, basically we know that glucose, like what is respiration? Respiration is the process in which respiration is the process in which glucose, which is C6H12O6, it's broken down in the with the help of oxygen to give carbon dioxide plus water and plus energy, which is stored in the form of ATP. We learned this, okay? Carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. This is how it works. Now, basically, this all happened in the mitochondria. So, first of all, like this is glucose, C6H6, C6H12O6. It's called as 6 carbon chain. Now, in the cytoplasm, it divides himself into 3 carbon chain like this. In the cytoplasm of a cell, it divided into 3 carbon chain, which is also called as
Pyruvate.
pyruvate.
So, sir, what's the formula
Yes.
of pyruvate?
Pyruvate formula is P3. I have to check. Because yesterday there is a blackout. I slept morning 5 o'clock.
Spelling, sir.
Yeah, just give me a second. Huh? What do you say?
Spelling.
Pyru.
Pyruvate.
Yeah, but I'm
Then
thinking
formula.
about it. Just give me a second. C3H4O3.
That is pyruvic acid. This is pyruvate.
No, that's pyruvate. That's pyruvate. Basically, P3, H3O3. Okay, so basically, the pyruvate will go in 3 parts. Okay, first is called as aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means the pyruvate will break down in the presence of oxygen. So this is also called as aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration is respiration in which the glucose is break down in the presence of oxygen. So this is called as when it is giving the oxygen pathway. So it is called as aerobic respiration. Okay. So when the pyruvate goes to the aerobic respiration, it releases carbon dioxide plus water and plus energy. And for glad to know that there is a maximum energy is released. Like maximum glucose is utilized to gives us energy. Okay. Okay. And this happens in human beings. This happens in human beings or animals or those who take oxygen. Okay. Now there is one more pathway that can happen. It's called as in absence of oxygen. We can say in absence of oxygen. It is also called as anaerobic respiration. Okay. In this, there is ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy is released, which is less as compared to the oxygen pathway. Basically, what I'm trying to say, after formation of pyruvate, like different types of organism can follow different types of pathway. Like human being follow the aerobic respiration pathway, in which this pyruvate break down in the presence of oxygen to give us carbon dioxide, water, and energy, which is a maximum energy. And this anaerobic respiration is called as absence. There is no oxygen used, but it will break down. And it gives ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. And the example who follow this pathway is yeast. You know yeast? Yeast is used for the grapevine to convert into alcohol. Why? Because yeast take that glucose, the grape has glucose, and oxygen like there will be no oxygen, and he will form ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. And the third one is called as lack of oxygen, which is also again called as uh, anaerobic respiration. Okay. In the lack of oxygen, this is also example of human being. So human beings and animals, we can say. Okay. So for example, if you're running, in your leg, they will find some cramps. Okay. You will find some cramp in your leg, or if you do a lot of physical exercise, you will find legs. Uh, what? Cramps. So this cramps occurs because our body goes to the lack of oxygen, and lack of oxygen creates lactic acid and carbon dioxide and energy, which is very less. Okay, lactic acid, which is formed, is responsible for the cramps in our body. Okay, is responsible for the cramps. Cramps means our bodies become very stiff, and when you will little movement, it becomes a cramp. Stiff. It becomes very stiff. That is called as cramps. So our body goes to the cramps. Did you understand? This is how oxygen pathway works. Did you understand, guys? No. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will share this thing in the group, and we'll stop our science class here only. I hope you enjoyed the class. We'll meet on Monday. Okay.
Bye, sir.